Bob Yanosey started publishing railroad books in 1986 as a way to pursue his love of railroad photography and to preserve the work of other photographers. Morning Sun Books, which is based out of Bob's home, began with a series of in-color books, such as Lehigh Valley in Color. Soon they expanded to the Trackside series. Since he spent many years of his youth photographing New Jersey trains, Bob recently published his own title, Trackside Around New Jersey, 1968 to 1983. They recently added the Facilities in Color series to their roster. These are books that feature the buildings that railroads depend upon.
What we try to do is to try to find people with vintage slide collections from post-World War II, and to take these slides and to put them what we call permanent press between hard covers, and to put them into a book form that's available for everybody.
In the early years, the odds of Morning Sun's success were low. Other railroad photography book publishers had gone out of business, but Bob's timing was good. He had just left his job at New Jersey Transit after 15 years, and it was the dawn of the desktop publishing age. With the support of his wife, Michelle, Bob threw himself into his new career. With a young family to support, it had to be a success. Bob wrote his first book called Penn Central Power. A friend suggested that he include a color portion.
The color portion was so successful that I decided to go that way and to do books that were all color. Most often I'll have an author who will be in the process of gathering slides together and from rail photographers, different sources, and we try to build whatever theme he has to his book, whether the book is arranged geographically or chronologically or historically, some method that he wants presented in. He then gathers sufficient slides, usually about 250 of these pictures, and with other ephemera, and writes his story around it. He arranges the slides in a logical order and presents it to us, and then we'll take it from there as far as design. These pictures that are then arranged in the theme that we have, we do it both digitally and in black and white form. In the black and white proof is then presented to the author, who has a chance to comment, to correct, and to change anything before we actually get into printing of the book.
Morning Sun's printer takes each slide, dismounts it, and drum scans every one, which is the key stage to high-quality reproduction. The book is prepped first in black and white before it's finally ready to be shipped to Morning Sun's printers in Korea. Bob says he tries to make the color realistic because most model railroaders want to see the trains as they really were. Over the years, Morning Sun has published at a rate of 2 per month, or 3,000 pages per year. Bob's proud to point out that his books have always come out on time.
As a rail fan in the 1960s and 70s, I had always actively purchased railroad books, and I had, like most railroad fans, seen advertisements in the various magazines offering a book which was supposed to come out on, let's just say, June 1st, and June 1st would come and go, and the book wouldn't show up for weeks, months, even years later. When I was going to get into the rail book publishing business, I was determined not to do this to my customers again. And every single one of our books, more than 300 of them now, have been produced exactly on time.
The books are distributed through hobby stores or discount booksellers who advertise them in train magazines. Morning Sun also sells directly via the internet.
Preservation is extremely important, and it's a type of thing that if no one preserves this material now while it's available, it's a good question of what will become of it. Especially, as I said, when you're working with color film, which by its nature, we don't know how long the original films can last. And if we can get this material preserved and available for everyone to see, it's so important. Because once it's in print, it's there, it's done.
Bob's books are available in a variety of stores around the world. Well, that's it for this episode. Please join us next time for more Tracks Ahead.